Before we get going on today's show, who will the Cowboys draft in round 1? Make your prediction for me right now. What player do you think is the Cowboys' first-round selection this season? This is the Dallas Cowboys Report by Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey. Today we're looking at some round 1 draft targets for the Cowboys. All the names I think could be picked and some notable ones that, I'm not going to get my hopes up for. First up, the dream guys who are likely gone. That's Evan Neal, Aiden Hutchinson, Ika Mekwonu, Ahmad Gardner, Trayvon Walker. You might have to get a top 5 pick to secure one of these guys, so I'm not going to get my hopes up on that one. I've also got some more unlikely trade-up targets, guys that if they slide out of the top 10, maybe you work the phones a little bit, but might be pushing it a little bit too much there. Kyle Hamilton, Kayvon Thibodeau, Derek Stingley, Garrett Wilson, Trevor Penning, and Jermaine Johnson. Guys that I would like to get, but I'm going to assume are not there or that realistic of options for the Cowboys. So would you trade up for a player? Is there a guy you would go aggressively try to acquire because you think they would drastically help the Cowboys' chances? Let me know in the comments section. Why for yes and for no, would you trade up for a player in round 1 in this year's class? Let me know what you guys have to say here in the comments section. I think there are 4 slightly more realistic trade-up targets here. All 4 of these guys, Drake London, Charles Cross, Jordan Davis, and Devin Lloyd, I don't think are going to be there in round 1. Although, we have seen them be on the board and seen the Cowboys get a lucky player in the past. And all 4 of these players were guys the Cowboys brought in for a pre-draft visit, or at least was on their initial list, so that is significant to me. First up is Drake London. And of the 3 receivers, we'll get to Burks and Olave later on here, London actually has the highest grade for me. He was awesome for the Trojans, despite his quarterback not being very good. So if I could get London at 24, I'd be hyped. I don't think he's the likely trade-up guy. I think the most likely one is Charles Cross. Pre-draft visit for the Cowboys. He would be their long-term left tackle. You plug him in, I don't know if it's at right tackle, left guard in the meantime, but this is your eventual Tyron Smith replacement. This is the name that if he slides to 13, 14, 15, 16, maybe you start working the phones to get the premium player at the premium position. I was a bit intrigued to see Jordan Davis be on the Cowboys pre-draft visit list, since this team doesn't really value interior defensive linemen. But the athletic ability that Davis has is off the charts. He is an absolute freak in every sense of the word. He would fit fatties only and be a peak fatties only for me. Like, if you could get him, I would do it. I don't know if they'd move up for him, though. Devin Lloyd fits a similar category here. I think he is the first linebacker taken this year. Maybe Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean shock you, but I think Lloyd will go first. Awesome production. Didn't test the best, but elite production, and it would, in theory, allow you to have a better chance of playing Micah Parsons more at edge. So who is your ideal trade-up target? The ideal guy you would move up for, give up premium draft capital this year to get an impact player in year 1. Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, make sure you are subscribed to us on YouTube and follow us on Rumble. If you're watching on the other platform, make sure you support us on the opposite one, right? We want to dominate both platforms, rumble.com/CowboysTV and youtube.com/CowboysTV. Free videos going up each day, every day on both of those platforms as well. Time now for what I call the round 1 favorites. The 4 guys I think are most likely to be Cowboys after round 1. First up, in no order, Treylon Burks. The Cowboys don't take Arkansas players, except for Felix Jones. Burks might be another exception here. I don't love the speed, and I have concerns about the separation ability, but Burks is an elite after-the-catch player. He was incredible in that mold for Arkansas. So if you trust your play caller to scheme for him a little bit, he'd be a good pick. The other receiver is Chris Olave out of Ohio State. Now, Olave is a different player in almost every way as Burks. He's a better athlete even at his size. Not that Burks is a bad athlete, but Olave's a better one. Elite route runner, great hands, separation galore, and is a fast player too. I think I would rather have Olave specifically for the Cowboys. Both guys have very similar grades, but given what I would prefer the Cowboys have on the roster, I kind of want some speed. That's Olave more so than it is Burks, who's, of course, way bigger and is a after-the-catch machine, which Olave's not good after the catch. But I think I'd rather have Olave. What do you guys think, though? Pick one of those two wide receivers. If the guards are gone, who would you pick? TB for Treylon Burks or CO for Chris Olave? All right, the other two favorites both play guard. First up is Kenyon Green. And Green did not have the best athletic testing at the Combine, but I thought his film was better than the guy we'll get to here in a minute. A guy who played all over the line, back 3 straight games, started spots at 3 different positions, which is insane. That's not consistent in any capacity. But Green was good. I think he's going to be best at it as a guard, and the stability of only playing guard would benefit him a lot as well. Finally, Zion Johnson out of Boston College. And he tested great at the Combine, has had a great path to his NFL career, is a better mover than Kenyon Green is, but I thought still needs a bit more work in the pass protection side of things. It's kind of hidden at points in college with the style of offense he ran. So which one would you rather have on your roster? Type KG for Kenyon Green or type in ZJ for Zion Johnson. If you're taking a guard in round 1, who would it rather be? Sound off for me in the comments section. 2 briefly trade down options I want to mention. Bernard Raymond out of Central Michigan and Quay Walker, the linebacker out of Georgia. Both guys I think are going to end up going between the Cowboys' first-round pick and their second-round pick, but they were pre-draft visits who could go in round 1, so I wanted to make sure I included them in today's video. Finally, other guys the Cowboys consider, some guys you've mentioned before here on the channel. Tyler Linderbaum, the center out of Iowa. I would love him. I, however, do not anticipate the Cowboys taking him in round 1. I would love to be wrong, but it's the Derwin James theory for me. I don't know if Nakobe Dean fits their size. It's a red flag for them. George Karlaftis out of Purdue. If you're picked over, sure. I don't love it. Jamison Williams kind of falls in maybe more of your trade-up category, so I'm not going to hope for that one. Jahan Dotson is a fallback receiver option, kind of like a Sky Moore or Christian Watson, I guess. Andrew Booth at corner fits their style, but I doubt they go corner in round 1. Daxton Hill, who, had they not re-signed Malik Hooker, could have been a real pick for you, but I think they're okay at safety. And also Devontae Wyatt, who has some off-the-field stuff, but could finally be that disruptive 3-tech this team has been searching for a very long time. But in the end, I think it's Burks, Olave, Green, or Johnson. That's my guess right now for the Cowboys, and I think they've got Green over Johnson.